Dio here on Full Metal Attack on WICR, and I guess I'll have to apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning there. I had some...
It was a doozy.
Yeah,
it was a doozy.
doozy.
I'll give you that one.
But I think I handled it with the grace of a swan or a turtle.
The grace of a turtle.
Yeah.
Is that? I've never heard that expression ever in my life.
Well, exactly.
Grip's greatest word picks here.
Yeah, Grip's greatest word picks. Exactly right.
Grace of a turtle.
Yes. So in that set, ladies and gentlemen, we heard a quick two-song set of two good songs, really good songs by Dio. The first, of course, was Rainbow in the Dark.
Great song.
Yes. A couple years back, it was placed on, or VH1 ranked it in their top 40 metal songs of all time.
Well, that was the right call.
Oh, absolutely. And pretty high on the list as well. It is a great, great example of Ronnie James Dio's vocal work, I believe. And just how powerful his voice really was and how metal, as we would say in the community. He just has a very metal voice.
If you had to define what a metal voice is, I would say Ronnie James Dio is definitely one of the people or the artists that you would refer to.
There is no auto-tune at work with his voice. It's a little bit, you know, a little bit loud, a little bit raspy. It is not your traditional top 40 pop kind of voice. It's
right.
Just, like I said, power. And good power. And that was from the self-titled Dio album. You want to think of a very easy way to name your band, just pick your last name.
There you go.
So, for me, it'd be Grippo. For you, it'd be Consadori. Which
yeah, I don't think Consadori would go over well.
Actually, I think if you played in Italy, it would probably sound pretty cool. If you played in Italy,
well,
it would work.
It's an Italian last name.
Right. Well, I'm just saying that if you were to be in Italy, it would sound cool. Just making a point.
So the next song off that was Mob Rules.
Yeah, Mob Rules from Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath with Dio.
Era Sabbath, which we must clarify. And I believe this was... I'm not sure, actually, if this was when they were Heaven and Hell or if they were still Black Sabbath with Ronnie James Dio. It was some point along the line that they kind of switched over and became Heaven and Hell. But again, a great example of Dio's power as a vocalist and great guitar work from Tony Iommi. Very quick song. Very direct to the point, but very good a line. You know, if you listen to Fools, the mob rules, which I think is a very, kind of a telling line. You could apply it, basically, you know, don't listen to anybody else, listen to yourself.
Right.
Because when you listen to the masses take over, and you want to be an individual, so I analyzed that like an English lit major. Okay, moving on.
You need to calm down with that.
Yes. Now,
like you do.
Right. Now, last week, I had played as part of that set that drove Peter nuts a song called Awesome Bomb, which I mentioned was the entrance theme of former ECW World Champion, now deceased, Mike Awesome. And I also had mentioned that I might consider playing another song along those same lines, and I am this week. This is the first song in the set. You don't have to guess any links, Pete. Relax. First song in the set is a song called "The Zoo."
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yes, it's called.
That's a Ken Reichman word right there. Fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun. It's called "The Zoo" and it was originally recorded by the Scorpions, a great German metal band who probably in the States are most known for their song "Rock You Like a Hurricane." But the Zoo, this particular version, is a version done by Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden fame. It's not Iron Maiden. It's done by Bruce Dickinson and his band, I think from the late 90s. It's a pretty good cover, and it's got a very good driving beat, which you'll hear for the first time. And hopefully, if everything works out well...
You're assuming I haven't heard this song?
I don't believe you have.
But what if I have?
At least this particular version.
What if I have?
Well, then you'll be in complete agreement with me.
Then you would look dumb, because you just said I haven't heard this. This is the first time I'm hearing it.
Have you ever heard it before?
No, but that's not the point. The point is, how do you know?
I have clairvoyant qualities about me. It's just stuff that just comes to me. That
Grip's Grace picks everyone here on Full Metal Attack, the only show where you'll hear Ronnie James Dio, Metallica, and others. I don't want to go through every metal band. I'll be here all night.
Well, you would be, or at least until you know,
At least until our hour
11
and a half
o'clock at
is
night.
over. Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Exactly. But then after that, if all goes well,
Stay all night. Try the veal. It's good. You know.
with a side. Anyway.
You try to take that way too far. Steal my joke. I get it.
Yeah, I know. I'm
fine.
sorry. The second song we're going to hear is actually a punk song. I guess it'll be a punk song or sort of a new wave punk, however you want to call it. Bad Religion. We're going to hear a song called Infected from actually the Guitar Hero 1 soundtrack, if you ever heard of it. It's actually a really good song, I think.
I haven't, but you know what? I cannot wait to hear it because
Yes.
Guitar Hero is one of my favorite games. Kind of dropped
And mine.
off. They haven't made anything since what? Greatest Hits?
The last game they produced was Warriors of Rock.
Oh, excuse me, Warriors of Rock, which was like an add-on game.
Yes.
Where they didn't really sell the entire guitar drum package. It was just like you could buy this game if you have the
and other
guitars.
equipment and whatnot. I actually have read a report, and it's online. You can look it up.
I
that
will.
There were planning stages for a next Guitar Hero game,
You know,
and
we'll get into it maybe a little bit later, but
little
this is
later.
my first point here. Guitar Hero is like any other game. You can only play something so much.
right.
You can only have so many sequels. Like, look at Call of Duty. Call of Duty, I'm sorry, is getting a little boring for me.
Mm-hmm. I understand that.
Battlefield always changes it up. Battlefield is probably one of the best shooters I've ever played.
Right.
But when you have Call of Duty 15 and it's the same thing over and over again, people are going to get tired of it. Or people are just going to buy it because they said, hey, I got the new Call of Duty
Right.
game.
It's Call of Duty. It's just
Yeah.
it's sort of a brand.
All right, let's get
almost.
into the song. We don't have all night. I'm sorry about that little tangent. You're listening to Full Metal Attack,
Oh my
and
God.
Grip's going to play his next couple songs. Is it a 3-song set, 2-song set, or?
Just 2 song set.
Oh, we're going 2.
Yeah, the Zoo's a little bit on the long side, but the second one is kind of short.
Now,
so
when he says long, he means like 15, 16 minutes.
No,
So
it's
bear
just-
with us.
it's actually 6 minutes and a second.
Really? You couldn't trim it down to 6?
No, it's literally 6:01. Or actually, it could be 6. Oh, anyway, it's 6 minutes. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Look on the boards here on Full Metal Attack.
Yes, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is The Zoo, performed by the Scorpions. A version done by Bruce Dickinson, which was used by Mike Awesome as an entrance theme in ECW. Here we are, you're listening to Full Metal Attack.